Hey, welcome back to Wars Interworlds. Got our victory up and running. Do a couple of missions, make a bit of money, buy some new miners, traders, all that stuff. Get set up for making more money, basically. What we'll be doing for the next hour or two. In a chill. Right, I do have a mission that we can do in the background to go 10 or 12 Black Sun ships. We'll get $1 million for that. 7 Xenon ships will get a nice chunk of change for that too. But the CAC are still very active in this system.
Autopilot engaged.
So we're going to make a trip down there and see what's happening. Nothing majorly planned for this stream, so take things as they come. Now, I have done a couple of missions, bought some extra fighters. Which I'm actually going to sit down and they're going to be vents for that station. The station itself. Yeah, we replaced all of them with the new TIE Vanguard. Because all the vultures have been destroyed by the CAC in that system. And our SETI is doing okay actually. Can I click? Where did I just go over and go over and deal with that? And meanwhile, we'll bring in some firepower. Let me just check. Sorry guys, bear with me. The Empire are doing pretty well for themselves at the moment. And 2 victories, an ISD and an Acclimator firing on you just as you come through the gate. Best thing that could happen to you. There's our ties on the way. I wanted to Oh, there's a Xenon, aren't they? That is a Xenon. We were shooting at it. Let's get them to return. A dock to go after the Xenon, but there's no point. We'll get them redocked or we move on. Nice bright engines. Yeah, we're making a nice bit of money. The acclimator. Ooh, where's our... Careful now. The acclimator does take a good chunk of money every now and then, but makes it back pretty soon after, which is nice. Yeah, Quasar's taking them on nicely. They're very active. Doing okay there. Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye out for any pirates that we can come across. I don't know what's going on there. Like we're gonna lose a fighter now, are we? They're not doing it. Just want to move this order then. Get them back to the ship if they're not going to do anything else. Not sure what that permanent shadow effect is from, but it actually looks cool. Bit of a dark accent on the edge. Right, we're only 2 jumps out. There are a lot of Queen's Guard around. They're docking up, that's good. I know they're on a defense order, but will they straight out attack the CAC before getting wrecked by them? Yes, they will. Okay. They don't do huge damage, considering they're just TIE fighters. We'll have to see. What does the autonomous stress drone actually do? Does it do anything? Seen it a couple of times, but no idea what it does. You're just sitting there getting destroyed. Fighters are launching. That's the Vanguard. And another one. And it is the carrier ones. No worries, man. Appreciate that. Let's see. What are you doing here? Yeah, you keep it, man. I'm going to set these guys to defense of the station. Hey, dear man, how you keeping, man? I don't think we need the quasar here anymore. It is not the optimal way to defend this. I think just put the fighters in there en masse. Yeah, doing good, man. Good. Alright, gonna change up what we're doing here. We missed one. Down there too. Put you back into elite, eh? Well, that Venator is still down here. We're wrecking the equipment dock. Alright, let's send the quasar back here. We'll leave the station defended by a bunch of fighters. Better in the long run. Right. Go dock up there. Probe was destroyed by the Xenon, that's fair enough. Fires of defeat. Okay, so you're doing that. You're going to there. Not gonna bother with these guys anymore. Other guy in Sanctum Verge. And go through here. And this station is after recovering pretty well after being under siege from the Xenon. Had 2 eyes and 2 Ks on it. Pop up and see if there's any fighters hanging around. Again, do still have this. And then we'll be hunting down any pirates that we find. Once we build up a few more funds, we'll get a couple of extra miners and traders and all that good stuff. Lambda is docked at the station. Ready to pop by if any more people jump ship. I've got to build up a decent force before we can take out this. It's a very dangerous station. 5 defense modules.
Entering Silent Witness 1.
I do like to see that there's an actual distance between the systems. Kind of tempted one day to let it go and see if 17,000 kilometers it'll switch over to the other station. Who should have checked? Who was that? Switch them back to docked just in case we run past any other enemy fighters or anything. Yeah, that's much more effective. With the carrier, they get caught in the return order. And they don't take a new order until they dock up. Which is why we're starting to lose fighters. But this way they'll just swarm all enemies. I hope. Okay, that's under attack. Let's see what's doing that. Watch be the eye. They've had two systems hit pretty hard by the Xenon, and they have a Venator down attacking the Argon equipment dock instead of being up here. Excellent. There's our mission. I should undock in a minute. Went well. Them all docked back up and move on to the next system. We were going to have a check on this station. Yeah, look, we're under attack by something. Yeah, Matrix 9, that's fair enough. Over there, that's good. Right. So we could have put the 30 odd million that we spent on the victory to
Upgrade system to grid.
use on building stations and traders and stuff, but I really wanted a victory. We can do all that stuff now. That's under attack as well. So that's damaged. That's under construction. Construction damaged. Oh, they've been trying to build here. Okay.
Factory. P.
See, he's uncontested. I'd love to know where their military is. Yeah, it's the P and an M. Shouldn't be much of a hassle. Our guys have launched. I don't know if you can see them on the stream, but they're coming in. I haven't played Elite in ages. Actually, I want to go and see. Toggle drone launching, but there's no toggle groups. I don't see why they're not in it. They want you to do a lot on the map, and they're really happy with the map and everything, but I just want to be able to set my fighters to attack my target or whatever, and then toggle them dock and not dock. That would be massive, like even for in the vanilla game playing a ship like this. I was thinking, yeah, I'll need to get my rep up with the Mandalorians, but they're probably going to be destroyed in the near future.
Entering system. Open market. Awaiting orders.
We are going to let our fighters do this. Come on. Yeah, there they go. So I have my turrets disarmed. Gonna give him the slightest chance to get out. Oh well. Charts would have alphaed him straight away. Let me check. No. It is specifically only for drones, that command. It's unfortunate. This station here was under attack. Or at least appeared to be. Maybe it was the defender. That kill goes towards our other mission that's gonna pay out $1 million. We're starting to explore there. And he's in our gravity well, so let's move out. See how this station is as we pass by.
Trading station.
rebuilding the whole thing. Absolutely wrecked.
P.
Maybe it was just the P attacking. Looking that way. Alright, we'll head back over this way then.
Entering system.
The issue we're gonna have here is everything is gonna turn up as red. Guidance to there. So we can see the jump gates in the distance. Yeah, just gotta keep an eye out, see if there's any renamed ships as we fly by. How we're doing otherwise. Up to 1.2. Making a little bit of money, that's alright. Good. Two traders are doing a decent job. Once the building is complete there, then we can look at expanding that again. That's what I want to do. I want to get some money together for some traders, get some blueprints. Probably should have turned on the autopilot. There's the acclimator taking another 900,000 for trades. Do we need the quasar? Get 8.5 million for the quasar. A couple of traders, a couple of miners. I don't think we're going to use it for a while. And then make that money back. Yeah. Actually, yeah, yeah. Get that cash injection. Right, 2.8. By 3. We'll leave it the missile launcher and the 2 turrets. Lighters that are going to be the problem. Three of them. Do what you're doing there. I think we might just move him back. And that is white up D. I think you're doing basically the same thing.
Disengaged.
Sort this out. Turn ever so slightly and hopefully not smack that asteroid. Probably gonna smack this. Oh, definitely gonna smack this one. put it back into travel mode a couple of seconds after coming out of it, and it'll charge faster. Nice if you need a quick redirection. Anyway, we should be able to pop up here.
Wretched skies.
Hey, full turbo. How you keeping, man? How is this game? How do you describe the X series? It's a massive sandbox, so I don't know if you're used to any of the X series before. Basically, it's a massive sandbox where you generally start off with a fighter. And yeah, basically, you can do anything you want, really. We're currently playing, obviously, the Star Wars mod, which replaces all the vanilla factions. Yeah, oh, you haven't seen any of them? Okay. So with X4, you're a single person, you can walk around, do whatever. So I could, let me just make sure he's not going to fly away on me 1 second. Yeah, no orders, that's fine. Let's pop into a fighter. So scale is one of the things that the X series has always had. This would be an advanced fighter. You can start off in anything really. It's mainly a single player. There's slight multiplayer with a thing called Ventures, but it doesn't work with modded games. So yeah, you can start off with a single fighter. Obviously, the whole economy is alive. All these stations that you see dotted around, they can be destroyed, they can be built. So this is a new station being built by the AI. And you can also build these fighter stations and get involved with the economy, which we're starting to do here now. And this is kind of the new part that's been brought in with X4, is modular stations, so that you can really become part of the economy. You used to be able to do it in the old X series as well. But as I was saying, you can pilot any ship in the game. Well, there's a couple of small exceptions. So you can start off in a fighter, select your loadouts, a bunch of different options there. Yeah, then you can work your way up to a Corvette maybe or something. And you know, eventually you'll have a fleet of your own capital ships. And if you're waiting around for Star Citizen, then X4 is a pretty good bet. But I definitely I'd play it vanilla first. Then on top of that, you can set up fleets, you can set up traders, suppose what we're actually kind of doing at the moment is setting up a bunch of traders. X4 launched 2 years ago, and there's a new DLC coming out first quarter of next year. The base game is in full release. We're get a little bit closer. Is it tricky because we're actually in like problem mode? Yeah, not gonna bother. What's so shocking about that? Or ship caught one. I like the perspective from third person, to be honest. Oh, look at that. The Imperial fleet just came through into this sector. They are pushing the Mandalorians hard.
Docking granted. Successfully done.
Yeah, full turbo. In the last release, they actually got rid of the vanilla factions.
Hello.
Up to that point, it was mixed. Up to the bridge. And in vanilla, you can actually walk around the hangars as well on the capital ships. It's just a change they've made for the mod because of the model design. Maybe if we maneuver a little bit slightly this way. You do need, there's one DLC out at the moment and you do need it for the mod. But I would actually recommend the DLC for the base game anyway, because it adds an entire new faction. And it adds actually it adds all of these systems here. And these systems here. So it expands the map a lot. Also, it adds a faction with some of the coolest ships in the base game. It's probably all future DLCs as well. Yeah, so the Empire are pushing in hard. And again, with a couple of mods, the AI are more aggressive in their wars and so on. So, start of this playthrough, this was unowned territory, and this would have been blue because it was controlled by the rebels. But the Empire have actually pushed out and taken that system and that system. Where do you get the mods? For the Star Wars mod, get it on Nexus. And the modding is very simple. It's literally just unzip it into the extensions folder and that's it. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Oh, I have links disabled at work. Bear with me there 1 second. Well, we missed all our shots. Actually, Ulrich, remind me later, I must whitelist you. And it'll allow you to put in links and so on. Right, let's move on. Our fighters are staying docked, that's what we want.
Entering Redshift Skies 5, Family 5.
Oh, I set a destination here, didn't I? I don't actually want to go this way. I want to go over here. See the gate in the distance. The construction ship that's probably not going to have a good day. I would say if you're getting the game, be prepared for many hours to disappear. We've been going about an hour here and basically nothing. Yeah, the Empire is just down there. Wrecking phase. slowed down, he's dead. Boom. And we just completed that mission and got 955,000 credits. Don't really need to go this way anymore now. The only reason I was coming over here. So what we'll do is pop back into Stronghold. We'll set the guidance here. Yeah, and our YTs are basically done. Wait on one more, and he's waiting on hull parts, so we know what the first trader is going to be doing. Just control click that. It's 11,000, so that's grand. Put this YT on multiple runs, get its experience up, and then eventually we'll just set it as an auto trader for hull parts in this system. And we'll constantly be buying ships off this anyway, until we get up and running with our own shipyard, but that's a long way off. One more. Not worried about the price going up. And also engine parts. Pretty sure that was the other one. Yeah. For 23,000 engine parts. Silent witness, I suppose. So our next goal is get up enough of a fleet to take on this thing. Thinking a massed fighter assault backed up by 2 victories should do it. We have 1 victory, so we need about 60 million. Get the second victory and get all the fighters we want. And the third one is not going to be building yet. That's fine. And we'll get them to do hull parts as well. The shipyard now wants 125,000 hull parts. Keep saying shipyard, but I mean wharf. Let's just set up multiple runs for this guy. At the moment, we're going to be making it 1.3 million off these trades.
Entering system stronghold.
Nothing crazy there. Can't wait for them to fix that glitch so that the UI actually stays up. Terrible losing your radar in the middle of a fight. Let's do what we did before and not hit that button. Pop into the next two systems and just see if there's any decent missions. Also check if there's any pirate ships.
Entering system sanctum verge.
After the stream the other night, I came in here and destroyed a pirate CR-70. I was like, that's fine. And I popped into Stronghold in a TIE fighter and just sat there while I was doing something AFK. And then got wrecked by a second pirate CR-70 while I was not at the desk. Engineers needed. Nope. We do come across another defender or something like that. We'll just pop into a TIE defender ourselves, take it on and see if we can get him to eject. That's another option I'm considering against the station. Corvettes. This is a dead-end system, so I'm not going to go travel drive through the gate.
Entering system Interworlds.
I knew I could count on you.
Only one mission available. That's fine. Generally, if I get a bunch of patrol missions and I'm not going to do them on stream, I'll just finish them afterwards.
Entering system.
This is literally just sit in the system for 20 minutes. I'm sure there is in a decade. Um, no, I think there'll be a couple more DLCs for this game. Um, I'm not sure what year X3 released in. Why it's called Foundations is it's the beginning of the next step in the X series, so it's the first real game in this engine. The EgoSoft is not exactly a multi-billion-dollar company. It's like 20 guys or something. Construction vessel. The company's been around for ages, but they're not a mega corporation by any means. Patrol Kazanti, Thai. So even like when this came out, it was buggy as hell. The AI was in a shocking state. Who's that? Wasn't the acclimator, was it? It was you. The tie is doing nothing, that's fine. Don't know who that was. Yeah, this game would be insane in co-op. I don't know, I'd still hold out hope for something in the future. Kinda hoping there'd be a pirate in here, but there doesn't seem to be. So let's go again. And again, we're not worried about the timer. We're not going to fail the mission because we leave. We can just continue it when we come back. And autosave. Alright. Appreciate everyone hanging out, guys. Hope you had a good weekend. I think Ulrich is going to be streaming some X4 later on YouTube. Well, about 4 hours. I don't know if the Armada is around if he's streaming during the week.
Entering system. Stronghold.
Builder. That's the Quasar we sold them. Yeah, that's our old Quasar. What do I want to do? Just check. Still just the engineers required here. So we'll just pop into the last system and see if there's anything decent in there. Guys, we're making a nice little bit of money in the background though. Hey Toby, what are you keeping, man? Quasars are in the last couple of... Can't remember when they came in. Yeah, there's been a couple of updates maybe since you've seen it last. We can go through. The probe droid is now in, which is a great scout. I very much recommend this early on. The TIE bomber, the shuttle variant, the TIE advanced, the defender. I'm really coming around to now. Standard TIE fighter. And just note the price, like fully outfitted with over expensive stuff, it's still only under $500,000. The new TIE Vanguard, also very happy with this. Yeah, costs a little bit more, but can survive a few hits, has better lasers. And I can't wait for another variant of the Interceptor. A lot of people don't realize it had 6 lasers. People tend to think it only had these 4, but it still had the standard 2. Customs Corvette. 0.8 million. The Gazanti, which can now, with the latest update, dock 4 fighters. You've got your miners. Gas miner, or miner with an actual turret slot. The Lambda, with a nice bit of firepower. Yeah, 6 turret slots, or weapon slots. 2 mediums. And then of course you got the YT 1300. And let's see, we'll go to the Rebels. Might as well do them all while we're here. Got the B-Wing. That's their heavy fighter. Of course, you've got the Y-Wing as the bomber. Then their scout is the long probe Y-Wing. Get the E-Wing. Of course, the A-Wing is their interceptor. Incredibly fast. You got the X-Wing. Don't mind the cockpit. Works fine in game. Got the old Z95. Can't wait for the ARC 170 to be in here. The G9 rigger from Clone Wars. And of course the U-Wing is new. Then you got the TR90. They do have Earth's model for it as well. PR-75 cargo ship for the Rebels. And then the Action 4s are the same, and the YT is the same. And as of the latest versions, let's go here first. Got the Baluba, the General Grievous fighter. A scout version. I have the Hyena droid fighter or droid bomber, which you cannot pilot. if anyone's ever having an issue putting it together because you can't give it certain things or whatever, just go in and set out a preset first. Solve any issues. Of course, you've got the vulture droids. Again, 300,000. And this comes with missile slots as well. And you cannot pilot. Then the Ethipede. You got your action force, and then you've got your SETI, is the Trade Federation's transport. And yeah, we're not moving that far, that's okay. No, don't need that in there. Oh, the Mandalorians are actually kind of screwed. The shipyard was destroyed, so I can't. Or sorry, the wharf was destroyed. I can't show you the fighters. They only have the shipyard left, and I'm not allowed to look at that. What do we got here then? Yeah, you kind of got a mix of everything here. You do have the Scourge. But this is only space at the moment. The next update is bringing in a couple of things, but we're not sure what it is yet. We've got another version of the CR90. We have the CR70. The Defender. Got your Action 4s again. The Consular Corvette. That was from episode 1. Got the shuttle and the YT again, and then capital ships. Let's start with the large. We have two variants of the Acclamator. Got the destroyer variant and the transport ship. You've got the AA9s as the large miners. And just, if you're not familiar with the X series, that's a fighter landing pad. Just for scale purposes, we'll say. Got the Victory, which we are in. The Quasar. Your trusty old Nebulon B. And that's pretty much everything there. And then we have two variants of the Star Destroyer. ISD-1 with a bit more anti-fighter weaponry. And then the ISD-2 with its octuple turbo laser batteries. And the Rebels, got the Nebulon B, got the Peltan 2 variants, got the AA9s as well, and they have two variants of the MC-80. Got the Battleship variant, and then you've got the Carrier variant with the hangars. And not that one. So with the Trade Federation, then you've got multiple variations of the hard cell. So it acts as a frigate, a freighter, or a miner. But you've also got the C9979, again from episode 1. And then as capital ships, they have Munificent. So much detail in this model, that's why it takes so long to load in. And this thing has insane firepower. Neutron Star Cruiser is actually the builder for all factions at the moment. And of course, you got the Providence, which is a fantastic carrier. And again, I can't show you the Mandalorians because they don't like me that well. They're basically a mix of everyone. Got a different variant of the Neutron Star Cruiser with large turrets. And you can get acclimators off these guys. Is one of the Mandalorian ships in freighter form. It's very bright at the moment. It's an issue with 4.0. And then of course you've got the Venator. And you can get the blue lasers. You just have to find whatever market is selling them. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, I've done a few little edits with a lot of these ships in it. Yeah, I don't think they will, Toby. They're looking to make a map, complete map themselves. They'll be adding in a lot more as well. With all the balancing issues, they might put out a ship pack afterwards to add into the base game or something like that, maybe. But they have big plans. They have like cityscapes planned, because supposedly in the next update for X4 you're going to be able to go down to planets and stuff. So they're ambitious. Deploy laser towers. Deploy mines. No pirates. Shame. I think we're up to about 6 million now. Yeah, I get you. Especially if you played the X3 version. But I have to say, with the vanilla factions gone, it just feels so different. I think it's a good thing. My opinion, anyway.
Entering system. Strong.
With the 4.0 beta, you can see the new nebula effects. A couple of Star Destroyers there in the mist. Yeah, so as you can see, like there's a little breathing economy in the game. That's our YT that we don't have any orders for at the moment. That's finished building, which is nice. If you wanted to, you could blockade a system and destroy everything that's supplying the stations, and the economy of that system will grind to a halt. You can see they're building more TIE fighters. Oh no, that's the one with no orders, and then the other one is doing trades. That's okay. I think that the SA is still using Vidium. I'm not sure. I think they use it in their construction. But honestly, I haven't done much over on that side of the system. Silicon works well. And yeah, can't actually get out and walk around just there. I get stuck there. There we go. If you jump and hit C, you can get over the railings. So if you jump and crouch in midair, you'll go over the railings. Study 3, why are you waiting orders? Get out of there. That's your order. There's a pirate. They must have a station in here. Yeah, what I'm going to do here is go to representative.
It's an honor to see you here.
Get some blueprints. Get a dock with 3 mediums. What do we want to build? Go hull parts. $4.5 million. Buy up the cheap ones anyway. Water, superfluid coolant. I don't really want that. We're okay with the small storage as well. We don't need to blow all our money.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, listen to that music too long.
Can I help? Here you go.
We already have a SATA, so we're pretty good on getting rid of nearly everything here. And get rid of that. And all the crap that we picked up.
Good luck out there.
Go. Then hit Shift and D. Let's go to you. In case people haven't seen it. Am I getting stuck? Who's getting shot? Must have been a criminal around the station. Yeah, so let's pop out of here. So again, for sense of scale. Yeah, man, it is so much better than most of the Star Wars games. And that's the way up the cockpit, but has even has the little hidey hole. There's a couple of little issues with the models, but like, they've done a fantastic job. And then obviously the cockpit.
Hello there.
Let's pop over to the TIE Advanced. And then just while we're here, remove all orders from him. Oh, he's going back. Yeah, that's perfect. Of course, you can bring in your own logo. They might have gone a little bit overboard on it, yeah.
Hello there.
I just want to go in here now real quick. Yeah, because they have... I just want the advanced docked here, but not part of any of the groups. And then it's not going to have any orders. It's just going to sit there. Hey, the tactical ninja, how are you keeping, man? Well, I'm glad. How are you enjoying it so far? Let's come down here because we need to kill these dumbasses. But we're also just going to get you guys to come in here and attack targets in range. Do that now. Been a little bit since you played X4. Ah, yeah. So who are the Empire? Was the Empire kind of unique? And then they were actually added in as a separate faction altogether. The Argon are the rebels. Sorry, the Argon are the New Republic. Antigone are the rebels. The Mandalorians, or it's Death Watch, are the Patriarch. What's this one? Independent Commerce Guild, part of the Trade Federation, are what the Paranid are between them. So that's the Techno Union and Commerce Guild. Then Sladi are Corporate Security Division and Corporate Security Authority. The Xenon are still in the game, but they're looking to replace them in future versions. And yeah, they're the Mandalorian free clans, are the free families. What was I doing? I was going to give this guy an order. I'm going to head down here again. We're making a decent bit of money in the background now. Give more orders to our traders. Give her a bit of experience by actually flying around instead of us doing it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yuzhang Feng? Although that wouldn't be in the timeline. They have a specific timeline for the mod. Can't decide what to start as. The only real difference is going to be the fact that you're going to be hated by the other faction. Oh yeah, I can show you that. So I have Capital Ship Loot Magnet, which is just a quality of life thing. Is actually causing us one or two issues because our acclimator keeps picking up stuff that is contraband. So the main ones are obviously Interworlds, the Interworlds Wars add-on. That is why the Empire pushed out, took Heretic's End, and actually took Morningstar 3 as well, and are now, yep, just took Richest Skies, well, wiped Richest Skies, and have pretty much wiped this system. I did a little install video for the mod, and I stick by that this is essential. Sir Nuke's support APIs is mainly for this, for the better target monitor. You need it, and that's why you see oh, I need to take control to get a target. One sec. You can see that the bunch of extra information here, that's all from that mod.
Jump gate, heretic.
Yeah, we'll let her get back in there. Yeah, I did. Definitely. I'm liking it because I can actually set up traders, auto traders. If it was half the rate, I'd still be happy with it. I haven't even looked into whether I can change that or not. In jobs I used to have on, but it's not on. Split Vendetta is Split Vendetta. It's required for the Star Wars mod. And then Dead Air Dynamic Wars has actually been really good. So depending on factions' power levels, relationships change, and so if they're very powerful, they'll end up having more enemies. So it's made it more interesting. You'll see the little messages pop up in the corner here. That needs Sir Nuke's APIs as well. But let's see. Yeah, here you go. So there'll be changes between factions. So as it is, like, just going to be dynamic wars. Let's keep going. Yeah, definitely very much liking the faster leveling. I wasn't too sure about it, but I was watching our extreme, and kind of need it just because the grind level in vanilla is too much. Having a weird shadow bug with this model today, but I really like it. It's kind of giving black accents to the edge. Oh, wow, we lost the TIE fighter. Hopefully we only lost one. Oh yeah. Shouldn't be too hard. Might be slightly easier to start Empire and get the relationship up with the Mandos because there's Xenon coming through their system. I think with the Empire you'd have to try and kill pirates and that. Yeah, I gotcha. We're kind of going to go for the Warlord. That's why I went with the Sith Empire at the back. Oh, don't take my word for it, man. I haven't done the Mando start, so I could be very wrong on that. I'd just be wondering how hard would it be to get the rep up. But again, if the Empire push in and take Heretics in, you'll probably have Xenon coming through here as well that you could target, and you're going to have pirates around the place as well, so might not be too bad. Like even this guy here. If you see a Dune Lizard sitting in the middle of Empire space, there's only certain people that build them. Yeah, I get you. Like, yeah, we started out as a pilot and now we're using our traders to help the Empire build up until we can build them up, build our ships ourselves, which is a while away. Now I wanted to check. Yeah, it's okay. We only lost one. It's not too bad losing one TIE fighter against a group of Fhiach. Yeah, I can't play the Star Wars music because I put this up on YouTube. And playing more than 5 seconds of it gets you copyright. Graphics wise, this is my graphics settings. Pretty much just everything on high that I can. I turned that on because I was using, we'll turn it off here now. turned it on because I was using gem effects. And I think Fire and Smoke mod is now included in the mod. I used to use that as well. What's the easiest start? Oh man, I've only done the Imperial start. Tried without the anyway. Look at the detail. You can see every single turret is modeled. Yeah, we still haven't fully repaired the Victory after we took on the Xenon. Yeah, the models are fantastic, and this is low detail. Yeah, they do, yeah. You get in too close. It is kind of, you have to be very close though. Here's a Vulture Droid. Oh, you can camp it. You can camp engines if you want. It's no problem. I've done it a few times. Okay, yeah, we have a YT doing nothing. On this stuff here. Poor guy came through the gate there. Actually, there's a great sense of scale for you. It's a TIE Defender. This is the Destroyer variant, but just judging by the turrets. I think they wanted to have the droids playable. If they were the Xenon, you wouldn't be able to play as them. Technically, the Trade Federation isn't run by droids. Okay, gonna get this up and running. For a second. Is it up here? Do advanced electronics. Yeah, do one load of them. Composites, not great. Engine parts isn't bad. Hull parts is not bad either. It's coming. The executor model is in the game, but it's not finished and won't be finished for a while. Bear with me 1 second. What are we firing at? Oh, we're not. There's a bit more scale for you. Some Star Destroyer porn. Right, it's going to take a minute to redivert after that. I got pushed around by the ISD when we came through. How we doing here? Doing alright. I say we're doing alright, but I could rebuild storage. Seems to be doing something. I saw red there. There's Xenon here. What I'll do is I'll get the YT to come down here and dock. Let's see. That's fine. Another YT doing nothing then. So there's at least 4 Star Destroyers in this system. Cleaning up the last of the rebels. Do you think we've been helping out by what have you got? Maybe I was Wrong one selected there. Hey, no worries, man. Thanks for the follow, Tactical Ninja. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so the Imperial Shipyard is looking for 127,000 hull parts. So we could just supply that all day long. Yeah, so it needs hull parts, engine parts, weapon components. Which means that we should be going here. So engine, get rid of shield, get rid of turret. You need another star, okay. Or 2.5. Yeah, it's you, you're a 5-star. Again, we can get rid of that. And it was weapon components. We're gonna get 3 auto traders just working out a stronghold, supplying those 3. We'll be constantly making money off it, and then we'll be constantly ordering ships, which will end up making us more money. And like hull parts here as well. Yeah, we're gonna level up all of our traders and get them focused here. I think that should work out fine. So that's it, New Republic Marauder. Right, there's a Xenon fighter passed through the gate just in front of us.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
We could actually come up here and put in a defensive emplacement. Under attack. They're fairly heavy attack. I wonder, is it another eye? So you're going to be with the free clans, is it? Let's stop both of them. Oh wait, what's... Is there a Star Destroyer over there? A little bit of a fight going on over here. I'll just be sure because Death Watch is over here, which would be the Patriarch start, and then the free clans are over here. That's fair enough. Let's start guidance because that's us. Victory, fly to here. Yeah, that's a patrol ship. But the sub faction that Deathwatch is in, no, Deathwatch is a faction. So there's Deathwatch. That's one of the main Mandalorian factions. And then the Free Clans are the other Mandalorian faction. Thanks, Full Turbo. Glad you like it. There's a couple of them in there. I'm not sure which one. I'll tell you now in 2 minutes. So I'm actually going to wrap up the stream here now in a second. After this save, I'll pop out to the main menu and have a look. As long as it doesn't hang here for like 10 minutes. I think they fixed that. Yeah, I get you. But one of the main things in Elite is its sound, really, isn't it? Hey, Archibus, how are you keeping it? So let's pop in here. The 2 dynamic starts aren't finished yet. I haven't actually looked at these in ages. That's new. I really need to go back and look at this. We start with a shuttle and that. Oh yeah, and they've made a new menu. CSD, Corporate Security Division. Mandalorian Mercenary. You start in Richard Skies. You're an unknown Mando. We can give it a look. CSA is the second faction. There's 2 of them are in it. which is the same way as the Mandalorians. There's two corporate sector factions. Really nice that song. Hasn't done that one before. That might be a bit of an issue there. Yeah, I might have to do a game restart for that. But there is a bit of a bug, and it might be because I came out of an old game. To load up. I'm not sure. I'd have to have a look at that. I've seen it reported on the Discord, so again, like with any issue that's coming up here, best thing to do is go to the Discord because it's probably been noted already. You're stoked? Good stuff, man. Let's see who else is up here. It might not be the Mando start bug, it might be just starting a new game after coming out of an older save. I don't know. Well, tell you what, we can test it out. Let's load up another one.